The conversation ended, but your body is still there. You replay it in the shower. You rewrite it at night. You defend yourself in silence to someone who is no longer listening. Maybe it was a message you typed, deleted, and typed again. Maybe it was the look on their face, the one that stayed longer than their words. Maybe it was one sentence you wish you could take back, or one sentence you wish you had said before the moment disappeared. You already explained yourself, maybe more than once. And still, some part of you keeps returning. Not to the person, to the moment. The room, the sidewalk, the closed door, the unanswered message. Your thumb hovers over the message box. Not because you have something new to say, because silence feels like surrender. Because being misunderstood can feel like disappearing. There is nothing weak about wanting to be understood. But at some point, the purpose changes. You are no longer trying to communicate the truth. You are trying to repair the version of you that lives in their mind. That is where peace begins to leave. You can own your words. You can repair real harm. But you cannot govern what another person keeps, cuts, twists, or carries. This is where discipline stops being an idea. It becomes the boundary between your duty and your prison. Your integrity belongs to you. Their interpretation does not. Your next action belongs to you. Their conclusion does not. A conversation can be over and still take your morning, still take your body, still take your patience from people who never hurt you. Sometimes your thumb tightens before you even open the message. Your body already knows another defense is coming. That is not peace. That is your body preparing for another fight. So ask clearly. Who deserves your words? And who is only keeping you in a conversation that has already taken enough? Relationships do not always change through a fight. Sometimes they change quietly. When you say no to what you used to accept, when you answer more slowly, when you stop explaining every choice, your phone lights up. For the first time, you let it wait. You sit with your coffee. Your shoulders finally tell you how long they have been tense. Then the old pressure arrives. They say you changed. You became distant. You used to be easier to talk to. Because you are not careless, you wonder, am I being unfair? Should I try harder? This is where people lose themselves again. Not because they are weak, because they are conscientious. They do not want to confuse peace with pride. If you hurt someone, face it. If you owe an apology, give it. A boundary is not an escape from responsibility. But not every conversation is a path to repair. You searched for the right words. the right timing, the right softness. As if clarity could open eyes that chose to stay closed. A person who wants truth moves toward context. A person who wants control moves toward the one sentence they can use against you. If understanding was never the goal, more words will not save you. That conversation has no finish line. When the goal is understanding, words become a bridge. When the goal is control, every word becomes a chain. Sometimes what people miss is not your heart. It is your availability. The endless explanations. The way you made yourself smaller so the connection would not become uncomfortable. When that changes, they may call it distance. But sometimes distance is where you finally hear yourself again. So when your words no longer reach them, ask the question that returns your life to you. Where will you put the energy you keep giving away? When you step back from a finished conversation, the first thing that returns is not time. It is quiet. Not perfect peace. Just enough space to breathe without preparing another defense. You may still remember. You may still feel anger rise. That is allowed. Discipline does not mean you feel nothing. It means the feeling is no longer allowed to choose your next act. This is where your life begins to come back. The energy you spent replaying the conversation can return to your morning, to the cup in your hands, to the work you have been postponing, to the people who do not require you to shrink in order to stay connected. Your attention is fuel. If you keep pouring it into someone who refuses to understand, little remains for the life you are still building. Progress happens in small, quiet decisions. When your phone lights up, do not answer the reaction that wants to pull you back. When your mind drafts another defense, wash the cup, open the window, finish the work. When you feel the urge to prove yourself, choose your peace instead. That is quiet discipline. Do not turn your life into a waiting room for someone else's understanding. If that sentence hurts, it may be because some part of you already knows it is true. Sometimes pain is not a warning to go back. Sometimes it is the sign that your self-respect is starting to return. You do not need to win the conversation. You need to stop losing yourself inside it. When the old conversation tries to call you back, do not answer with another paragraph. Answer with your life. A finished task. A protected boundary. A silence that no longer begs to be approved. Let them keep the version of you they are committed to carrying. You carry your integrity, your attention, your next honest act. The conversation is over. Feel that in your body. Your shoulders do not need another defense. Your hands do not need another message. Your life does not need another night spent arguing with absence. It needs you back. Stop living in a room they already left.